Hello, welcome back to episode 8 of Just an Introvert. I'm Amy,
And I'm Abbie.
and we are so excited to be back and talking about another riveting introvert topic. They're all
Yes,
riveting,
they
at
are.
least,
They
at
all
least
are.
to us introverts.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let's start off with our banging icebreaker. What have you got, Abbie?
So my icebreaker that I chose was if you could live on any fictional location, like a planet or a country or something from a fictional book, movie, whatever, what would you pick?
Oh man, okay. So this is a hard toss up because immediately I was like, ooh, Forks, Washington with the Twilight Gang. But then I would love to be on one of the Star Wars planets when you said
Hmm.
fantasy. So,
Yep.
ooh, either one of those. I can't choose. How about
Yes.
you?
Yeah. I would definitely choose Naboo from Star Wars. That was always that was just my favorite. I tell that
Hmm.
anytime Randall and I watch the Star Wars movies, I'm like, if we could vacation anywhere, that's where I'd want to go. It's just the beaches and the weather and the water, it just like seems so peaceful and nice. So that's
Oh,
always
yes. I know it's so pretty and I loved
yes.
all the clothing they wore and the just the
Yes.
locations. Yeah, I could hang out in
Yeah.
Naboo. I think
Yeah.
that'd be a fun place.
Yes. But Forks for sure. I feel like we got to do a road trip sometime and go.
Yeah, part of
We got
the
to
part
do
of the time in Forks and then part of the time in Naboo.
exactly. Make
But
our way
yeah,
there.
yeah, that would be a fun road trip. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
Goals.
One of these days.
Right, right. Okay, the would you rather. I got inspired by a reel that someone sent to me, one of my friends, Mark, if you're listening, I know he's a listener. Shout out to Mark, but um so this has inspired it. But okay, so would you rather text one of your contacts on your phone, just text, what is your ETA? Or text them, I'm running late, but I'll be there in 10.
Oh, probably the ETA because then it it puts the awkwardness on them, not on me. So they're the one like, wait, what? What are we doing? Instead of me like having to come up with why I'm on my way.
And that was the whole point of the reel. It was like just get someone a little like anxious, like, and then you could just follow it up with like, we're all here and waiting, and then just don't respond.
Oh my gosh.
That would be
Uh,
terror if I got a message like
oh,
that. Like, what am I
I
missing?
would probably ignore it. I'll be honest. I would just be like, oh yeah, I didn't see that next time I saw them.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't even probably ask questions. Same, I'd be like, oh, not coming. What am I not coming to?
Right? Claim my phone broke for like 2 minutes and oh, I didn't get a text. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
oh gosh.
Okay, so today's episode is all about parties, events, gatherings, the dreaded,
I was going to say AKA torture.
yeah, the dreaded one, any one of those.
Social
So
events.
social
Yep.
events, yes. We all have to do them,
Hmm.
but yeah, there's so many different emotions and things that go into it. So I think we break this down a little bit
Yep.
today. So let's start with what is it like going to a party or event as an introvert? How is it for you?
Oh, well. Um, Thinking about it, I think of like the different stages of like when you first get invited, especially if it's in person and someone's like, "Hey, we're doing blah blah blah." I don't know if it's the people pleaser in me, but usually I'm like, "Great, cool, that sounds awesome." Like, yeah, let's do like not even realizing what I'm signing up for. And then as time goes on, then you're like, "Oh, shoot, what did I agree to?" And then the day of, you're just like, "Maybe I'll wake up with a fever. Maybe this maybe my kid will throw up." Maybe, which is terrible, but you're like, "Can I have a legitimate reason to get out of this?" But it's that like I don't know, not buyer's remorse, but some kind of like introvert regret. I've come up with the term. It's like again, you're like, yeah, that sounds great. And then as reality hits. So I feel like if I'm going to an event that I'm just like not comfortable in from the moment I walk in, I'm just like scoping everything out. And I got to figure out like, okay, do I know people? Is there someone I can just like latch onto and be with them the whole time? Is there food? Is there like an indoor outdoor? Can I go, like can I go sneak off to a corner? Can I sit on a couch? Is there, like scoping it all out. I think that's a big thing I do when I show up. And I don't know about you, but I always prefer to be a little bit late to events. So you're not risking being the first one there and you're by yourself with the host, even if it's someone you know, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Which leads me to a great story. My husband, we have good friends who their daughter had a birthday party.
Hmm.
And of course, when you leave it up to the men, my friend's husband texted my husband with the info or told him or whatever. So he's like, yeah, it's at 11. And, we're pulling up to their house, like, had gotten my daughter ready, gotten out of the house. We get there and I'm like, Randall, there's like there's not a lot of people here. And I'm like, this feels weird. So I pull up the invitation on his phone. It's at 1 o'clock, not 11 o'clock or something like that.
Oh
Like we had gotten the
no.
time. I was like,
Oh
oh, thankfully
no.
they're good friends. And we went in, we ended up, well, no, we didn't go. I was like, Randall, we can't, this is awkward. I made him turn around. We drove to like Taco Bell and we're eating food. But he texted my friend's husband, was like, hey, we're here early. We got the time. And he's like, yeah, come hang out. And then we hung out and it was no big deal. But I'm like, don't let him see our car. Turn around. So
Secondhand information is
yes,
always
definitely.
scary.
Yes. The showing up early. So yeah, especially because that's happened. But yeah, I think again, even if the person who's hosting the event or if it's their birthday, whatever, you're like chill with them, there's always that added element of like it's going to be all of their people and all of their friends. And like,
Hmm.
how am I going to be the only one that I know? It's just you. Like, I felt that way in a few weddings I've been in. Is like, okay, I'm friends with the bride that I'm a bridesmaid of, but I don't really know the other bridesmaids. But the day is all about the bride. So obviously, I'm not going to be one on one with you all day. Yeah. So stressful, but um, yeah, just knowing who's going to be there and then when there's like a curveball, if like all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're doing this game or dance, like you aren't prepared for something, that's always so stressful to just, if I know exactly what's expected of me and what it's going to be like, I'm good. But once there's like an unknown that I can't prepare for, I'm totally, totally thrown for a loop. So yeah,
Yep.
those are kind of the first things that come to mind. But anything other than that
You
you can think of?
you expressed pretty much how I feel. Like I feel the same way. When you're first invited to something, it sounds great. You're like, oh yeah, let's do it. And you're kind of all in that, just mode. And then as the days go on, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. You're just kind of, and then you're just kind of like you said, oh, our plan's gonna get canceled. Am I not feeling, you're just thinking of any excuse. I
Yes.
remember Jim Gaffigan making a joke about this. Kind of related this to family reunions, but I think about it with plans as well. It's kind of like going to McDonald's. You get super excited, and I know you and me are McDonald's girlies.
All the way.
You get there, and then once you get there, you're like, oh, okay. Well, what do? I want this? You're just thinking about how it's going to affect
Yeah.
your system, and then
Yep.
after you eat it, you just feel like garbage. And I just relate that to events. And I mean, it's not always like that, but
Right.
you're
But
just like the
yeah.
excitement, and then you're like, oh, what did I do? And
Yeah.
oh,
Yes.
but yeah, I'm
Totally.
with you on the getting there late, but sometimes I like to, it just depends where it is. Sometimes I like to get there early. So I'm not walking in to something that's already going on. And then there's a tension on, hey, you came in
That's
like
true.
that
That's
happened
true.
to me at a staff party last Christmas, and one of my schools, their staff parties are very, very, you know, what I'm not wild, I guess, but
Yeah.
just animated. That's the word I was looking
Yes.
for. And when I walked in, they were like, "Hey," and it's kind of okay, but then you're like,
Center of
and you
attention.
just know you don't have your bearings. Like, where could I didn't scope out where the food was, where it can sit, and so like
Yep.
but yeah, I don't, and yeah, when we'll talk a little more about when we
Yeah.
host, but same thing. I don't like when people arrive early, but we'll talk
Mhm.
about that when we get to that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but yeah, and it's just like you said, if you go to a thing that's for your friend, I just want to hang out with my friend, but they're going to be busy and I don't
Yep.
expect them to hang out with me. So it's just
Yep.
like, okay. So
Yeah.
and sometimes if I know somebody's going and I can hang out with them,
Yep.
that's always good. But I don't ever like to get a ride because I do not want to depend on a ride. Like if I want to leave,
Exactly.
I want to leave. So I want to have my own car. And so I'm
Exactly.
pretty
Yeah.
adamant about that. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I think we're on the same page on that.
Yes. We didn't prep this question, but I was just thinking about how do you feel like when it's a party or event, like your wedding or your birthday party, like how do you feel? Is it different or what? I know that kind of ties in with hosting an event, but I'm just
I'm
thinking about my wedding and
overwhelmed. Like I'm
yes.
not even there. Like I'm trying to think of my wedding. and I don't remember much. Like people will
Yeah.
tell me what happened at the reception. I have no memory of it.
Oh, I met
Um,
people that were like, "Oh, we met at your wedding." And I'm like, "Okay,
okay,
no
cool.
memory of that."
And I remember just not even being that hungry and just going through the motions. And then finally, when we left for our honeymoon, it was at midnight, we stopped at Denny's and I was ravenous because I think I was finally relaxed enough. I could just
And
sit and
eaten,
eat, but like
yes.
the whole day was
Yes.
just, yeah. And when the attention's on you, you're just very,
Yes.
you're opening gifts like at a birthday party. And I don't know, it's just, it's a lot.
Yeah. And
How
shout
about
out to
you?
you for nabbing both I think you hosted both my bridal shower for
Oh,
sure,
yes.
my baby shower for my daughter. I
Yes.
think, did you do both? I can't even remember.
No,
Oh
just
gosh. No, no, no,
Jane.
that's right.
Yeah.
Just Jane's.
Uh-huh.
But I so appreciated that because you knew how to make it casual and you're like, I'm doing these parties for you. We're not playing stupid games. Also,
Oh my
it's not
gosh.
going to be sitting and open every gift. And like, this is what it was like the way you started the gifts. Everyone was talking, no one was paying attention. It was perfect.
Yes.
Especially the bridal shower. I'm like, this is a bunch of kitchen utensils that I've registered for. So I'm like,
Yes.
it's the plate I wanted. It's the I'm like, it's just, this is pointless. I'd rather just open them all later. But yeah, no. So shout out to you for coordinating those and making me happy. But yeah,
Well, and you always have
opening
the few people
worst.
who really love watching gift opening. And if
Yes.
there's those few, that's fine. And everybody else is talking, and that's fine. If you just have the
Yeah.
attention of a couple people,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I
When
understand
everyone's
that.
staring at you, oh my gosh, that is,
Yeah.
I do not enjoy that. But yeah, I remember at my wedding, like feeling like the center of attention and like everyone, what got to me through the whole wedding planning process was like everyone asking questions and, well, what do you think about this? What do you think? And I'm like, I genuinely don't care. I don't know. Just stop. Yeah. But that like everyone's coming to you for everything. It's like I appreciate it, but also I'm so stressed out and I don't want to make another decision. I don't want to answer another question. I don't care
Exactly.
anymore. Yeah. Yeah, and then
That's
feeling like you're
tough.
just on and like that, my cheeks hurt from fake smiling and I
Ugh,
can feel my face. I'm like, I
yes.
can feel my smile is so fake right now, but I can't fix it. And
I know. Oh
yes,
man.
yeah.
Yes. I
Ugh.
hear you. Okay, so we've talked about what it's like being the person going to the party. How about what is it like hosting?
It so depends because I've more and more I've found myself really enjoying hosting, but I feel like that's more events that it's like smaller. I know who it is, it's family or friends or whatever, my kids' parties, our own parties, whatever. I do enjoy that. I also like get a really grandiose idea in my head and get excited. And
Mhm.
then the execution comes out. My poor husband has to always pick up the pieces. My kids' birthday parties, I'm like, we don't go all out, but I try to do fun stuff. And then the morning of, I am like a stress ball running around trying to get everything done. And he's just like, all right, what do you need me to do? And I'm like, we didn't pick up this. We didn't get, and I'm like, it's not gonna matter. Like I know that in the rational part of my brain, but it's like that switch just flips. And I'm like, I have to do this perfectly and it has to all go well. And just like that intense stress comes over me. But I do like hosting because you have some control over how it's going to go.
Mhm.
And like, you can, if you don't want to do a certain thing, you don't have to because you're the one hosting it. And I
Very
love that.
true.
I will say, hosting the party, you can't just leave when you're done. So
That
you're
is
kind of
also true.
trapped unless you're my dad, bless his heart. If he's done, we're at like if at my parents' house and he's like, all right, I'm going to bed, and he just leaves. And I'm like, man, I wish eventually I'll get there. But yeah, to not be able to like, oh, I gotta go or whatever, you're just stuck with, especially if people like hang out for a long time, you're like, how many more subtle signals can I give you that
Well,
I'm done?
until then, that's why we have to buy the banner. Please leave by 9.
We seriously need to get one and just like rotate it around our family parties because
I totally, yes, I agree.
oh
Well,
my
I feel
gosh.
like so connected to you with hosting because I remember the way I feel is like when everybody's over, I don't really want to interact with people. I just want to focus on the job, and people are constantly coming up to you because you're the host.
Right.
And I just remember going to your house and seeing you kind of do the same thing. You kind of withdraw, and I go,
Mhm.
that is what I do. I can relate to that
That's yeah.
because I just need to focus.
Yeah.
I can't be the, and usually Niles is good at being the person that's keeping the party going, but like
Yeah.
if he needs to go like, pick somebody up or he goes to
Right.
the bathroom, I'm like, oh, don't leave me. I can't do all like take
Yes.
care of this and this. And then I get I know some people are different with hosting. Like they immediately like, I need help with this, come in here.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody in my domain, like the kitchen. I
Mhm,
know it's going to
mhm.
be like hours of work, but I would rather do it in my own
Yes.
time.
Yes.
So usually I'm like, and a lot of people understand that, are like, hey, more, this will go faster. But I
Yep.
just get, that just like throws me off. And
Yes.
so some people are kind of
No,
just don't understand that.
I get like that too. And if I know, like my mom's always super helpful when there's stuff in my house. She's like, I'll go help clean. And I'm like, I just have to like go in the other room and just like, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I
Yeah.
even remember when we moved into our house, like just this is where I want things. And I'm like, you could do it, but I'm gonna do it all the way over again, you know. So just like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna not pay attention to what you're doing, let you do your thing, and then reorganize the dishwasher later.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean, I'm that way most of the time, but I do have to give a shout out to my friend Robin. And that the last thing I hosted, Niles's birthday
Mm,
party, there was a lot of stuff out, and she just said, "Hey, I'll help get some of this, and we'll wrap it up and put it in." And it was actually very helpful, and I'm very thankful
nice.
that she did
Yeah.
that. So I don't want to
Yeah.
say I'm just like, but I'm not the type of person that's like, okay, let's
Yes.
all help clean up. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like more like, hey, okay, you stay over there.
Yeah.
And like if I'm cleaning up in the kitchen, people are like, oh, let me. I'm like, no, you go talk because
Yes.
that's too much energy for me. You do
Yeah.
your talking and I'll do the
This is
cleaning.
my
And
safe space.
it's okay that I'm,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I feel like when I host too, sometimes if it's any sort of mixed group, I'm always like surveying the room. Is
mm,
everyone getting along? I remember my 16th birthday party. I had like my school friends and my church friends. And I just remember that like intermingling, I was so stressed out. But like it was actually cool because a lot of them like became friends and whatever. But just being there and like, okay, does everyone have someone they're talking to? Is everyone comfortable? Is everyone okay? Okay, that person might not get along with that person. I'll get in between, you're just playing that like
oh yes,
in between socially. And yeah, that can be so stressful because I'm
that
like, I don't want
is.
someone just sitting in the corner like, oh, this is terrible. And I'm like, I did a terrible party. So
I
yeah,
get stressed about that too. And I have to remember that that person at the party who might be by themselves, they might be okay. They might be an introvert, like, I'm okay over
exactly.
here. And so I have to like think of that. But when you're hosting, you just automatically want to make sure everything's going
Yeah.
well and everybody's having a good time. And so yeah, I don't, I mean, I have fun when I host, but it's a lot of stress and I'm so exhausted after that. It's hard for me to do it a lot. And some people
Yeah.
are really love it. And so when we are going doing holidays with Niles's family, like his mom really loves hosting.
Yeah.
And I will bring I'm like, I'll bring all the food then.
Right.
Because if you're gonna open your house and do all that, what do you
Yep.
need me to do behind the scenes? And I'll bring
It's
it in. So it was
perfect.
kind of a good
Yeah. And it's
perfect.
nice, my family. So my daughter's birthday is in February, my son's is in December, my husband's birthday is in January. So between the holidays and birthdays, it's like
Wow.
we get all the events done back to back to back to back. So it's kind of nice to be in that mindset and like, okay, I've done this before, I'm going to do it again and then
Mhm.
take a break. But
Yes.
I remember most of our kids' birthdays afterwards, like, okay, everyone's gone. My husband helps me clean, and then we like go through all the gifts and you're just like,
Yes.
okay, get as much done with the energy. But then there's sometimes where it's like, just leave it. I don't care. I'm going to bed. Nothing matters. So I'm like,
Honestly, that's how I've been lately.
yeah,
And I went through different stages. Maybe when I was younger, I'd get it more cleaned up, and now it's like I still have Niles's 50th birthday streamers in my house. I'm like, just leave it up for a couple years until my 50th. It just doesn't bother me. I'm like, I'm just so relaxed now. I don't care.
I'm
So
thinking of the Arrested Development where they have this, they always do the signs that are a
yeah,
mess and they just cross out 50, 51, 50.
that's so funny.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
gosh, that's too funny. All right, so now what makes a social event easier and harder? Like
Yes.
as an introvert going, what do you think?
hmm Um, because of my stage of life, I'm thinking kids' birthday parties and like baby shower, bridal showers. I don't know if I speak for all introverts, but I know if I speak for the both of us, organized games are horrible. Please don't do them.
Awful.
They are, it's just like, and don't make it everyone has to participate. Like, have it as an option, like not everyone wants to. Like, I honestly would just enjoy sitting and watching everyone else do their thing. I don't want to open a diaper and smell a melted candy bar and get like that kind of stuff. I'm like, please, let's just not.
Mhm.
But I will say it was my baby shower for my son. We did a few games that were like pretty low key, and it was like, okay. But the people hosting it, it was my mom and my sister-in-law were like, hey, what do you want? And they like asked me for that. So that was helpful. Or just any sort of like forced, organized, I don't know, games or events, or like I just not my thing.
Yeah.
So that definitely makes it harder. Trying to think. Having a lot of, and not even necessarily having a big house, but I feel like having multiple spaces or rooms or areas is nice because I feel like I can tuck into one, or if I'm like in a conversation and I'm kind of over it, like, oh, I'm gonna go grab something to eat over, so you're not just like walking away in the middle of a conversation. It kind of eases that
Yes.
separation and like, hey, I need a break.
Hmm.
Um, food and animals.
Yep. Yep.
Like if there's a dog and there's food, that's where I'm gonna be hanging out. So
Yeah.
that definitely helps. But um yeah, I feel like I'm trying to think of anything else that like comes to mind. But also it has a lot to do. I hear a lot of introvert stuff focus on the social battery, and I think that's such a huge thing because there really is, at least for me, a moment where I'm like, and I'm done. Like there's no coming
Hmm.
back from it. There's no like, oh, second wind. It's like once I tap out, I'm done. It's taken a while for my husband to kind of figure that out, but he's like, okay, I understand. It was like recently or a couple years ago, maybe that he finally was like, okay, I understand that when you're done, you're truly done. Like there's no recovering from that. So just being able to either go and like be by myself and you do your thing, or it's
Hmm.
time to go. But
Yes.
um yeah, that's all I can really think of. I'm sure you'll bridge the gaps there. But what about you?
Well, I'm just gonna agree with everything, especially the organized games. I do
Ugh,
not like them. I don't get into them. Yeah, I don't like those forced things in
yeah.
any kind of setting. Like I think of our beginning of the year school things and icebreakers, and I like everybody I talk to does not like them. I mean, there might be the few, but even some of the extroverts
Yeah.
don't even like them. So yeah, those games I'm just not all about. I'm with you on like you said, pets and food. So I was recently at our most current school end of the year party.
Yeah.
And I was just feeling like it kind of depends on the year. Like sometimes I'm a little more in tune, but I don't know. I was just really tired.
I was gonna say end of
And
the year, you're tapped.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so I just remember showing up and like finding some people that were just going to just sit back and watch the more lively people do their thing.
Yeah.
But I remember going inside and I'm like, oh, the dog. I was petting the dog for a while. And then I'm taking a picture of him because I wanted to see the picture of Riley. And then it's the host's husband who I don't really know. But he's super outgoing. He's like, oh, you found the dog. And then I felt so embarrassed. Like, yep, here I am. But and
Oh my
then
gosh.
yeah, and then just being with like if there's like a couple people I'm close to, I can kind of hang out with, that makes it easier.
Yeah.
I don't want people to always feel like they have to be around me, but I
Yeah.
remember going to one party recently and the few people that I'm pretty close to, they kind of left
Mm.
early, and I was just I didn't want to be like, okay, bye. So I stayed a
Yes.
little longer. And I'm like, okay, guys, I'm tired. Thank you. Had they stayed longer, I might have hung out a
Hmm.
little longer,
Hmm.
but I was like, at one of my schools though, I do have a friend and she's extrovert, but she always like, come sit by me. She'll stay by me the whole time. And so I really appreciate about her.
When people get it, that's so,
Yes. So shout out
yes.
to Mandy. I just showed her on her phone how to download our podcast. So hopefully she's
Oh,
listening in, but she's great.
nice.
So I know if she's at a party, she'll
Yeah.
have an open seat right next to her and I could just hang out.
Yes. When someone can be your social buffer and gets it. That is my husband through and through because he's
Yes.
like social enough that he can be the extrovert in situations, but he
Mhm.
also can just like hang out with me one on one. And I'm like, don't leave, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that same with Niles.
Yeah.
I just rely on him. And
Oh,
like I
yeah.
said, if he has to go to the bathroom or do something, I'm
Yeah.
like, can I come with? I
Hmm.
don't know what to do.
Yeah. Another thing just popped into my head. I do not like most of this mostly would be like at weddings, but assigned seating.
Oh, yes.
That can be so
Awful.
it's just yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck, especially if it's
Yes.
like you're gonna sit and eat a meal and that's your only spot the whole time. It's like
Mm-mm.
I can't escape if it's sitting with a random oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would much rather kind of choose, kind of scope it out and choose. And obviously, I'm going to be with whoever I'm with. But
Yes.
I've loved going to weddings with my family because the last wedding we went to was a family friend.
Uh-huh.
And so it was both my parents, my brother and sister-in-law, and then my sister. And I don't know, my younger brother didn't go, but it was like enough of us that we were an entire table. And
You
that
took up the
was
whole thing.
so great. So it was like,
Perfect.
this is us. No one else. I think there was an extra chair at one point. I'm like, nope, tuck it away, make it go away. We're not advertising an open seat here.
I'm even that way at like church potlucks. Like if I'll count and I'll be like, okay, with Niall's parents and his brother, and oh, we're on one table. Okay, guys, I got our table saved. Hurry, sit down.
Yeah. Do you ever like pull your purse out and you're like, okay, my wallet is one seat saver, and my that
Yeah.
like each individual
Oh
item of
yeah.
your
I'm hanging jackets and my flute, and I'm just yeah. The whole I'm like, it's saved, guys. And they're like, oh, she's friendly.
oh
Oh
my
my
gosh. Yeah.
gosh. Well, I think we uh covered it pretty
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. We're pretty on the same page. So
Yeah, there's
yes.
not a lot of extra
No.
things that we, disagree on. We're pretty
No.
much okay. And this is not even about social stuff or our topic, but I had to tell you, I did the most introvert thing today. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, one of the lovely female doctor's appointments, and I get to go every 6 months. Not I don't want to get too involved, but
Yeah,
there's
tell us your
a
medical history.
yeah, I don't yeah. So anyway, so I had to she goes, I'll see you in 6 months. And she goes, you can make an appointment on your way out with the gal. And as she left the room, I'm thinking I can make an appointment online. So as I'm walking out, I'm just like on the phone and I'm like, perfect. I didn't have to talk to anybody.
Same.
Appointment set.
I literally did the same thing today. I had an appointment and I get my eyebrows done, and
Uh-huh.
it's every however many weeks. And whenever I check out, I have it all like set. My card's on there. They're like, do you want to make? I'm like, nope, I made my appointment. Bye. So same.
Yep. Yep. So I
Oh my
just had to
gosh.
laugh. But
Yep.
anyway.
I love it.
All right.
Uh,
So let's see. Awkward moments. Is that what we're up to
yes.
now? Okay. So did
Yes.
you have an awkward moment this week?
Yes. It's all my awkward moments are just long stories. So bear with me, everyone. So we recently went through all our kids' clothes because I've kept all my kids' clothes.
Mhm.
And we're done having kids. So we're like, we've stored it all. We had one girl, one boy, so we never reused any of it, but we're like, okay, let's keep it. And there's I don't even know. I went with some friends a while back, and it's called Just Between Friends. It's this big warehouse where they like it's used clothes, shoes, toys, every kid baby stuff you could imagine. And I had done that. And then trying to figure out what to do with the clothes. I'm like, I don't want to just dump it all at Goodwill because I mean, we literally had like 30 to 40 Rubbermaid bins. I mean, a bin at least for each size for each child. I mean, a ton of
Mhm.
clothes. And so when I found out that I'm like, where do they get their clothes from? You can like donate your clothes, you make a little bit of profit off of it. I'm like, perfect. So we sorted through all the clothes. And the way that they do it is either you tag each item, so like put it on a hanger, print out the tag, pin it. I'm like, that's gonna take forever. We have so much clothes. And then I saw they have what they call like valet options. So you drop all your clothes off. You don't make as much. You make like 40% instead of 60%, whatever. But then someone else does all that tagging for you. And I'm like, oh, beautiful. So we get everything loaded up in the car and and it's like 40 minutes away, like it's not close. So we load the kids up, we drive. I mean, like the back of my SUV is like the back seats are down. It is full of clothes. Like we have so many bags. I think at that point we had 23 like kitchen size bags of clothes.
Wow, that's a lot.
And so we get like the instructions give you an address and they say, come and drop it off at the porch.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this just okay. So we get to the address. It's a gated community. I can't find the gate code. I finally find it, but we're sitting at the gate and Randall's like, what do we do? I'm like, I don't know. This wasn't in the instructions. It's right there in the address. I didn't see it. Anyways, so we like get in and it's this nice gated community. We pull up to this house and we are literally unloading 23 bags of clothes. Like we covered this person's porch. And I'm like, this is what the directions told us. But part of me is like, what if I'm wrong? But I'm also
Maybe.
like, we drove all this way. I'm done with these clothes. I'm like, Randall, unload it. We're leaving.
Let's go.
Like, let's go. So we do that. And then we're like, oh, let's eat something. We go to eat. We were going to eat somewhere like that at a playground for the kids to get out of the car. Nowhere in this area has playgrounds. Del Taco doesn't, and they always do. McDonald's doesn't, Burger King, nothing. So we're like, okay, grab the food, we'll go to a park. We find a random park. Takes like forever to get there. It's just like the continuation of these. We get to this park, it's cute, no one's there. And then like a ton of 10-year-old, 12, 14, like just middle schoolers just ascend. And they're all like
Oh,
crazy rowdy. And I'm just sitting there eating my Del Taco. I'm like, can we please go home? I'm like, if you've seen New Girl, I am Schmidt. I'm like, you like I can't. This is so awkward. Oh, it was just one thing after
oh
another. So
no.
then when we finally got in the car to go home, I just was like, okay. And I'm not doing anything for a week because that
Right.
was exhausting. But just
That
sitting
drained
there
me.
watching Randall pull all that, I'm like, if this is like the
Oh,
wrong house, or
oh
I'm like,
gosh.
if they have a Ring camera, they're probably just like, this is
Oh
so
no.
much stuff. I'm like, I hope there's not a limit and they tell us we can't. I'm like, get the clothes and go. So that
Oh,
was our little fun event.
that
But
sounds so
again,
fun.
probably wasn't awkward, but I'm like the whole time like freaking out. But
Yeah, no, I know
yeah,
that. I can understand that feeling.
yes, yes. What about you?
Well, mine involved your dad. In fact, I told him, I go, this will be my awkward moment. And he started laughing. So we took my brother and I, your dad, Kirk, I never know what to say, brother, took my mom out for Mother's Day Saturday. So we met her for lunch. Not this is Saturday, yeah. Anyway, and then we drove, your dad picked me up and then he drove me back home. And I had gotten something out of the garage to put in his car for your mom. And then I went inside and it was like a few minutes. And then I realized, oh, I don't have my phone. Where's my phone? And so our home phone doesn't, doesn't work anymore. And the only person home is Alex. And so he's trying to get ready for a shower and I'm knocking on the door. Alex, I need to call, Uncle Kirk to see if he has my phone. And so he gives it to me and I'm calling and your dad answers, hi, Alex. I'm like, well, it's actually me. And I said, I think I left my phone in your car. And anyway, so there's a little back and forth and he called back. He goes, yeah, it's in my back seat. He goes, I'll be home about a half hour. I'm getting gas and getting the car wash. And I said, hey, I have to do some errands. I know where you're at, but maybe I'll just come and I'll just find your car and blah, blah, blah. So I pull in and I pull in next to the car wash and I park and I see that he's in line for the car wash. And I'm like, perfect. He's, I think, just far enough back that I can catch him. Well, in the meantime, there's an attendant, walking up to each car, like, what are you doing? And nobody walks in that area but the attendant. And here
No,
I am just
just
walking up to a car and I'm pretty sure it's your dad's car, but I'm
oh my.
not totally sure till I get there. And I'm just like, I get there and I'm knocking and he rolls down the window and I'm like, grabbing it. And I go, this is my awkward
Yeah.
moment because I felt so stupid walking. Who walks around the car wash line?
Yes. He told me about that, and he's like, if he was in a worse mood, he was like, I was totally gonna mess with her and be like, who are you? This lady's stealing my phone. What's up?
Oh, I would have died because I already felt so
Are you
stupid.
already? That's so
And I'm
funny.
like, what if they move up and then you know, yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, that was just,
Oh my gosh.
oh, good times. All right. So recommendations. Do you have one this
Yes,
week?
I
Okay.
do. So it was just my husband and my 7-year wedding anniversary.
Oh,
So we
happy
went out for the
anniversary.
day. Thank you. And we went and saw a movie because we're like, we don't go to the movie with the young kids. I'm like, we just never
Yeah.
go out to the movies. So we went and saw Fall Guy,
Oh
the
my
one with
gosh.
Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. It was so good. It was just like a perfect movie. It was funny and the romance and the action. It was like one of those that had it all. And we cracked up the whole time. And I'm like, it's Ryan Gosling. Like, we just love him. Like, of course he's easy on the eyes, but I just, as a person, seeing his interviews and I mean, ever since Ken, I mean, how could you not?
Yes.
He's just,
Right.
his character was so perfect for him. And it's one of those that I'm like, I feel like he's just being himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Emily Blunt, like I'd seen her in a few things, but she
Yeah.
was fantastic. I loved her. And then Hannah Waddingham, who's in Rebecca on Ted Lasso. She
Uh-huh.
was great. A couple other people here and there, but it was just like it was a great movie, and I would highly recommend it. But
Well, I'm gonna just double down on that recommendation because I Niles and I saw
yeah,
that a few weeks ago. It was
yes,
so good, and I had no
so good.
expectations. I really didn't know much about it, and I know it's based on a show when I was really young that was on. I knew nothing about the show, and I liked it that way. I'm like, I just want to go in and just
Yep.
like and it was so good. It was
Yeah.
funny and like everything you said. So
Yes. Oh
that
my gosh.
that I I had another recommendation because I was trying to think of one, but that was perfect. So
Yeah.
that's going to be mine too. And then I'll just recommend there's a new bagel shop that I went to this morning. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
yum.
new to me or but my Riley's boyfriend Adam told me about it. So this morning after my doctor appointment, I'm like, I'm gonna go get bagel. And it
Nice.
was delicious, called Posh Bagel.
Okay.
And the gal behind the counter was all complimenting my hair, which
Oh,
I like rolled out of bed and went to I mean, like it was in a
isn't that
messy
always how it
bun.
goes?
And
You're
I'm
like,
like, oh, thank you. So
yes,
like, okay, but it was really
yes.
cute.
Oh
So
my gosh. Oh, nice.
good times.
Very
All
cool.
right. Well, this is
Yeah,
look at us. One
I
Zoom
know.
call and we have 4 minutes to
I
spare.
know.
So
Very,
anyway,
we're getting good at this.
we are.
But
We
yeah, this
are.
is like our not our last, but we're gonna through the summer we're gonna do kind of a different structure or setup.
Yeah.
We didn't plan about talking about this, but we'll do like interviews with some people and talking about the dynamics of relationships with introverts, and I'm very excited, and
Same.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a little different. I feel like it's cool now that we've kind of gotten into our groove of just doing this to change it up a little and
Yes,
get to bring someone else on the podcast and what that'll look like. So I'm like, it's
totally.
our summer series. I'll be all
That's right.
fancy and like we planned all this out.
Totally. Totally. Well, now that everybody has time to actually be
Yeah,
interviewed by
because
us.
everyone is a teacher in our
Yeah,
family. So
pretty much, or a student going to college.
exactly.
So it'll be great. So,
Uh,
all right,
yeah.
guys, thanks so much for joining us again. And we hope you have a great day. And we look forward to catching up with you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.